Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. I hope everything for you is great. My hair is a freaking mess. I need it cut. I need it cut so freaking bad. But after the last time I attempted to do it myself, I don't think I'm going to do that again. And I just haven't had the time or frankly the money to go get it done. So it's just growing and it's been annoying. I don't know why I just told you that. Here we are. Another random day with Chevee. Today is game night, and so in thinking about what I wanted to talk to you about today, I was thinking about games, and then I was thinking about game design, and then that kind of went on this tangent, and yeah. So today was one of those, like, stare at my screen kind of days at work. I couldn't figure out a certain problem, and I got it fixed finally, but while I was sitting there trying to figure out the problem, I started working on other ideas, and that just, stuff just kind of rolls around in my head, and as you guys know, probably from looking at my surroundings, if you don't know me, if this is your first time here, you can probably tell I like to make stuff. I make stuff all the freaking time. And I've always, when people ask me what kind of stuff that I make, my answer has always just been like, yes, I make everything. I don't focus. I've never been able to focus. I have always collected skills. And when you're a collector of skills, oftentimes the learning of the skill becomes more important than the skill itself or the activity itself. And once you reach a certain level of competency with that skill, then kind of the thrill of it diminishes. It's not, and so I just love to learn. I love learning things. But anyway, that's way off topic. I've had quite a few questions lately in my email box, in my emails, about game design. I haven't talked about it in a while. And the reason is I haven't been working on it in a while. The game that I was... Wait, hold on, one of these is... The game that I was working on is still here in this box, and I'm still not happy with it. And so it's just been kind of sitting. And recently I've made this endeavor, or this pact with myself, to commit a half hour a day to game design. Because when I collect these skills, when I have all this stuff that I like to do this, I like to do my work, I like to do this, I like to learn how to weld and do all these things. Something has to keep getting pushed aside, and for the longest time that's been game design. So I'm committing myself to a half hour a day minimum. Now if it goes over, that's great. But I want to at least sit down and work on a design for a half hour a day. And sometimes that just means stuff like this takes months and months and months. So the game is still in here. It's still... I still consider it being actively developed, but I'm not happy with it, so it's kind of being actively developed subconsciously. It's kind of rolling. So recently, I've pulled out a few other designs that I really want to get back to. This one in particular, I played it like a couple of times and I really enjoyed it, and then I played it with Ignacy, the CEO of our game company, and it just fell apart in front of him, and that session left me like, I hate this damn thing, and I don't like feeling that way. But I had a conversation with a publisher at Origins, and I was like, I need to get that back out and get back to work on it. This is another game that recently popped up online. Somebody was talking about it. This game actually, like, I did a lot of fancy stuff for this. I had wooden bits cut out with a laser cutter. I had custom tokens made, and I actually had actual printed decks made, and a board. Check this board out. This was printed by a company that does this sort of thing. I need to revisit this, and in fact, I think I'm going to take this to game night. Hopefully I can figure out how to play it. I don't see a rule book in here, so hopefully I have the rules saved somewhere so I can remember how to play this, because honestly, usually when I do designs like this, the rules just kind of sit in my head, and then I kind of go from there, and this has been a few years since I worked on this one, so I'm not positive that I remember how to play it, but I do remember the last time that I played it was with a group of friends at a convention in Michigan, and they really liked it. They were all like, dude, you should totally wrap this thing up and send us to a publisher. So I never did. And so it sits. And then this weekend I pulled out a card game that I had designed a couple years ago, and I kind of touched it up a little bit and ordered a couple new decks for it because I want to mess with it again, and it's actually, I would consider it done. I think I need to find a home for it. And so this is how things go with me. You know, I learn something, I try something, I do it, and then it kind of goes away. The funny thing is, and that's been like my entire life. I think I've told you before that I have this habit of learning something new and getting all excited about it for like 6 months, and then it just vanishes, and I have no interest in ever doing whatever it is again. The one thing that has always been with me is games and game design. The desire to make games has never left me. The desire to play games has never left me. Every other hobby waxes and wanes, and when I say wanes, it just like vanishes. Making stuff, obviously, but I think that's because this encapsulates so many things. It's not like a very detailed skill like whitewater rafting. You know, that's just a thing that you do, and there's really no facets to that other than whitewater rafting. You know, I could say, man, I really hate nail gunning, but I'm still making stuff. I just don't use the nail gun anymore, or whatever it might be. Whatever facet of this that I lose interest in, I can kind of just keep doing the other stuff. And so for game design, game playing, it's the same kind of thing. Specifically game design, when I lose interest in actually like mechanically trying to figure out the game, I work on the art. And my art's not something that I'm like super proud of. I'm not saying that I should be published as an artist, but it helps me keep focused on the project, but at the same time completely ignore the actual work that needs done. And so procrastination is a tool for me. Like that. And I think a lot of times the skills that I develop, the skills that I learn are a form of procrastination. It's just me trying not to do something. So I find something interesting, and then I have to go learn how to do it. I just have to. There's like this drive in me. But I would love to know what your thoughts are on learning new skills, whether it's something you actively try to do or whether you try to master a specific skill. The thing about learning all these skills, the thing about learning welding and woodworking, I'm not good at any of them. I'm good enough. I'm okay, but I'm never going to master any of this stuff. I just really enjoy doing all of it, and I really enjoy learning new things. And so as long as I can continue learning, I'll stay passionate about it. And sure, maybe I can become the master of the drill press because I use it so often, or whatever it is, but I'm never going to be a master woodworker, just because that would take me way more hours than I have in my lifetime to put into it, and it's not my job. My job is still, computers. So I'd love to know what you think about all of that. If you have any questions about these games, or just game design in general, or if you want to hear more about my designs, please let me know in the comments down below. I love hearing from you. So let me know how your day is going also. It is Wednesday. I'm going to go play games, so this is a short one also. I'm going to go get this edited and uploaded real quick so I can go play with my friends. Need the break after a couple of hard days in the hospital. So thank you for visiting. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and liking and commenting and all the amazing things you do to be my best friends. Don't forget, if you ever want to talk to me, you can always call the call-in line, 304-602-7433. It's a voicemail, but I'll listen. And you can always email me to chevee@thedailyshed.com. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. And I'll respond. I like responding. Please, continue to keep the communication lines open. I will see you tomorrow.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from airliners.net. Is the Delta airline named after the Greek letter? Delta is named after its original company, Delta Air Service, which was a crop dusting and then a passenger and mail service serving the Mississippi Delta region. They are not named after a Greek letter. Well, not directly anyway. Interesting. I never considered that.